Now,
Ma'am,
if it is over, yeah, tell me,
in my
Nehanka.
house, ma'am, you know the like malai on the top, ma'am. That
Hmm.
malai my mom stores in the freezer so she can make ghee later.
Very good, right? Correct. So what do we do? We save money actually to get the pure ghee. We will be, collecting that malai and then we will be preserving it in the fridge. And after some time, we will be chunking it, right? By using
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
grinder and all, we'll be chunking it, and automatically the ghee will get segregated from the water, right? I'll just, tell you a small experiment. Uh, I'll just break this topic of preservative and I'll tell you about the milk packet since you have started the topic. So if any one of you have any empty milk packet, or you can ask your mother to give you the empty milk packet, you can do it live also right now in the class. If you can
I
get
will
the
try.
empty milk packet, just go and try if you can.
Ma'am, I don't have, ma'am. My
Ma'am,
mother does
ma'am,
everything in the morning.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah,
my
tell me,
milk is
Charan.
outside,
Your
Ma'am,
milk
just
is
a minute.
outside. Okay, okay,
not in the refrigerator.
okay. So might be they have got it now. That is the reason that it is outside.
No,
And
Yeah,
ma'am,
ma'am,
after,
from
like
morning.
yesterday's milk or something, they'll put it in the fridge, but till the evening or something, that milk will be outside only.
No, ma'am. The milk came morning only.
yeah, Gautam.
We'll get the milk from the milk man.
Okay, okay. So you don't have the packet. Okay, no issues. I'll just tell you, maybe whenever you get the milk packet, empty milk packet, you can try. Okay, now Gagana has got it. So Gagana, one more thing, then you have to do it. Just go and get the normal polythene cover. You will have the transparent polythene cover. Just go and get that also. So I'll tell you actually the difference between the eco-friendly and the non-eco-friendly thing. Okay, so by giving you the example of this packets, so what happens, you have two covers now. One
Ma'am,
is the
both
milk
of them
pack.
are non-eco-friendly, right, ma'am?
No, there's a difference actually between both. How? I'll tell you by by showing the experiment. So one is like the normal polythene cover which you usually get in the market, right? The transparent one. The second one is a milk packet which you get it from the when you get the outside milk. Now, what you need to do is both the packets you need to take and you need to try to put your finger into that cover. Okay, the normal polythene cover, you have to insert the finger. You have to poke your finger into that cover. So Gagana will do that for us. Wait, I'll highlight you so that everybody can see you. Wait, Gagana. Spotlight for everyone. Okay, so Gagana, what you need to do is you need to take the normal polythene cover. Show me that. Okay, keep this milk packet down. Yeah. Now just take your finger and poke your finger into that. Fine. Okay. Now same thing you need to do with the milk packet. Do that. You have to poke your finger into the milk packet. Now what happens? See, can you leave it, Gagna? So children, can you see now what happened? Show that, Gagna. See, she tried actually poking into that, but what happened? The polythene cover, it was stretching a lot. Right, children? Did you saw that? The normal polythene cover, when she took, she was able to poke her finger outside, okay? The finger has come outside. But when you take the milk packet and you try to poke it, what happened? That packet will be, that cover will be keep on stretching, and it will be very hard for you to make a hole or to poke your finger completely outside that. So this denotes that the milk packet, Shrestha, you can also try the same thing if you have the milk packet, right? So poke your finger into the milk packet, you'll get to know it is stretching or no. Fine. So it denotes that the normal polythene cover, which Gagna has used it earlier, it is not eco-friendly because your finger can be poked easily. Whereas a milk packet, where the packet is, the stretching, the plastic of that is stretching, is a kind of eco-friendly cover. So it can be recycled again. Understood? So that is how you can identify the covers, which are the eco-friendly and which are the non-eco-friendly. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
So now once you get any kind of packet, try doing that. Try, experimenting with that, whether it is eco-friendly, whether it is not eco-friendly. If it is eco-friendly, you can keep on using. If not, then you can stop it. Pranav, you want to say something?
Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me.
like we put the finger easily into the cover. It is eco-friendly.
No. If not,
We can.
if you cannot,
Okay,
then it is.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am.
it is not even stretching, ma'am. My finger is not even going inside.
This is not actually, this is the proper plastic kind of thing. So you will not be able to do that.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. So that is how we will be able to identify these certain things. Fine. Coming back.
Any organic milk, they will be giving in a plastic packet, so it contains obviously preservatives.
Definitely. And actually not the preservatives, they will be doing the process called as a pasteurization.
Yeah,
So,
ma'am.
and
They
that is
boil
a
it, but then cool it very fast.
cool it, right? So that is what is the pasteurization. So that is again a kind of the preservative method, which is a heat treatment. So as you have seen your mother, right? At home, what they will be doing when the milkman is coming, immediately they will be boiling that milk. And once it gets cooled down, they will be preserving it in the fridge. Now, why are they keeping it in the fridge?
Ma'am, it will last longer at a cooler
So,
temperature.
any other thing?
Ma'am, the milk would break.
Any other point?
Ma'am, like cooling reduces the doubling of the microorganisms.
Very good. So what happened when they boil it and when they cool it down, immediately after cooling, they're keeping it in the fridge so that the microbes does not come and sit on them. Otherwise, what happened once they affect the microbes, once the microbes comes into it, then they start getting spoiled. So that is how they are doing the things.
Ma'am, is that why
Fine.
they don't put hot milk into the fridge? Because all the microbes will be attracted to that.
Correct.
Ma'am, I have
Right.
a thought, ma'am. When the milk packet is kept in the fridge, ma'am, why a lot of water will be passing from the plastic bag, ma'am?
See the temperature actually, when they are keeping it in the factories and when you are bringing it at the home, the temperature is very different. That is the reason start losing the water.
And when I
Okay.
went to a milk factory, there was a place, ma'am, where milk is kept in a cool place. It is so cool that I will fly off from there. So like the wind, it is so huge cool.
Okay, fine. Okay, the fourth experiment is do you have the wheat seeds at home? Are you getting wheat seeds or you're getting directly flour?
Ma'am,
Wheat
direct.
flour.
Direct flour.
Direct class.
So no one is there
Ma'am,
who is
wheat
getting the
seeds.
wheat. Okay, who answered? I think Charan, you have said wheat seeds.
Ma'am, I have.
Ma'am, like we
Okay,
have
Varshit has said.
rose seeds I have,
Ma'am,
ma'am,
what
but
seeds, ma'am?
the tree got dried.
Wheat seed. Varshit, you have at home?
No, ma'am, now it is not there. We gave it for that grinding work.
Ma'am, even
Okay.
I don't, sir.
You have children? No.
No, ma'am, even I don't, sir.
Okay, fine. So I'll just explain you then that experiment. See, what you need to do is
Ma'am, I have cotton seeds.
no cotton seeds. No, I don't want the cotton seeds. I just want the wheat seeds. So, what you need to do is, if in case, like not now, maybe in the future, anytime, if you get from anywhere, just do that experiment. You have to take handful of the wheat. Okay, hand is like this and handful is this. Okay, take one handful of the wheat seeds, put it in the container. Okay, and add some water to it. And after some 10 minutes, observe that what happened to it.
Some seeds will float, ma'am.
Correct, Gautam. Some seeds will float and some will sink. Now, the seeds which will float are the unhealthy seeds.
Yes.
Why? Because they are affected by some of the microbes. That is why they are
Ma'am,
the
and they're hollow.
That's how the
correct.
farmers
Gagna.
also. That's also how the farmers choose which seeds to sow.
Correct. Exactly. So at the home also, like you might have seen with the pulses also the same thing. If the pulses have some, some kind of the microbes or some kind of the hollow empty space are there or affected by the microbes, in that case they will float on the surface of the water. And if it is,
Saw egg, mom. Eggs.
yes, eggs are also the same. So that is how you identify. Now what happens is, like, this wheat seeds are,
Ma'am,
you will be, yeah, Gagna?
ma'am, in eggs also we test like as if the wheat seeds, like
Correct.
which float, those are bad.
Correct. So that be old, actually, old eggs it will be.
Okay, ma'am.
So in these wheat seeds, what happened is, like, basically, if you are getting, like Varshit has said, like, no, he's getting the packet, he's getting the, like, big sack of it. What happens immediately when they get it, they will be keeping it, they will be storing it, and when they need it, what they will be doing, they have to wash it immediately. They cannot, use, or they cannot grind those seeds. What they have to do, they have to wash it, right, Varshit? Your mother might
Yes,
be
ma'am.
doing it. They will be cleaning, they will be searching for any kind of dust or something, and the useless grains, they will be searching, and then they will be washing it. Correct. And when they do this process of washing, what they do, they follow the same thing. If some seeds are floating, they will be taking it out, and remaining they will be using it. Now, after washing, the next step, what do they do is drying it under the sun, right? So we
Yes,
have the natural source of light, which is sun. So under the sun, they will be drying it. Now, why it is important to dry, actually?
Ma'am, if there's any
Yeah.
moisture or wetness, it will cause microbial growth.
Very good, Nanika. True. So what happens if we are not drying those seeds, then those seeds will easily get affected by the microbes. So what we need to do, we have to remove that moisture, and then only we have to preserve it. So be it any pulses, be it any kind of the dals, anything, always any kind of the grains, we have to always dry them so as to remove the extra access to it. And that is why you might have heard, like, from your parents, especially in the rainy season, that don't leave any kind of the dals or the spices cover lid open. When you leave them open in the rainy season, then what happens? The moisture will be absorbed by those things, and then ultimately the microbes will affect them. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt, children?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay. Now, in, like, during the June month, have you visited any restaurant for eating the dinner or lunch?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Did you
Yes,
had
ma'am.
that small onions there?
Sorry,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
The
Yes,
small
ma'am.
onions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know that how many days they were
Yes,
preserved?
ma'am. Yes.
For how many days they were kept?
No, ma'am. I don't.
What
No
onion?
idea. So many days, actually. What happens? Those the small onions, basically, the restaurant owners or restaurant person who will be taking care, what do? They will be preserving those small onions in the vinegar. Okay, in the vinegar, they will be preserving it. And as soon as we reach, what do? They take the piece of it and they preserve, they give it to us. So I will not say they are unhealthy, and neither I'll say they are healthy. Because what happens if it is, kept for maybe, a week, then fine. But we are not aware how many days they are, like, keeping it. Correct?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
those are at home also. Generally, what we are doing, I'm also doing the same thing. That those small onions, not the big one. Big one has a lot of the acid in that, so we cannot store them. We cannot, preserve them like this. So that is why those small onions are only being, preserved in the vinegar. And once you preserve them in the vinegar, and you can use for a week, but don't use them more than a week, because slowly and gradually the effect of will get dilute, will get dissolved. Fine. So that is also the one of the way to preserve the onions. Okay. In your school, do you have the bio lab?
Ma'am, I
Yes,
have.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen the specimens there?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Stuff
Okay.
like scorpion and stuff.
Yeah.
Sure, ma'am.
Specimen means, like, some kind of the plants or the organism or maybe the animal will be preserved in a bottle, like, kind of
Yes,
thing.
ma'am.
Yeah, with
Right?
like
We have
Ma'am, the
fishes
snake.
and some
Ma'am,
hay
snake.
like that.
Correct.
Dead animals we have.
Yes. So have you ever imagined like how those are kept? They are kept in a liquid. Have you seen those liquid? Like what is
Ma'am,
that
that's
liquid?
blue color liquid, ma'am. I don't remember. Actually, my friend asked the same question.
Ma'am, it's greenish blue, ma'am.
I said I remember, but I don't remember it now.
Actually, that is not blue color. It depends upon the color of that glass also. Sometimes what happens, the color of that glass will have a kind of the layer towards it. So because of that also the color change. You feel like it is blue in color, but actually it is colorless.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so what do they do to preserve those organisms, those dead organisms, so that their skin does not rot? They will be preserving them in a liquid called as the formic acid. Okay, so formic acid is a solution where they will be preserving all those specimens, and those specimens can be kept for the so many years. They, without changing that solution, they can keep it for so long. But
Ma'am,
what happens? Yeah.
ma'am, can we keep any food in the?
No, we cannot actually. Formic acid is little actually, complicated. It's not good for our health. Because dead organisms can be kept, they are not going to consume it. But as a human, we can consume it, right? So, but it is not good for the health. So that is why we should not do it.
Okay, ma'am.
And formic acid is also present in the ants. Have you ever heard that? In the class 7th, you might have learned about it, right? The sting of the ant has what?
Formic acid.
Correct. So now tell me, Gautam, can you consume it?
No, ma'am.
No, you cannot, right? So that is how actually, all these things are correlated. The only thing is to apply it. Fine. So I think in today's class, you have learned so many things how to preserve, and I want the photo of that pickle, whatever you have stored. Don't disturb it. Keep it at one place for almost 3 to 4 days without disturbance. Fine, because when you disturb, then they will get some of the moisture, and then they might, not show the result.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have a doubt out of the syllabus about
Yeah.
the classes, ma'am. Ma'am, like from today my school has been started, but today I didn't went. I got fever. Ma'am, are there any changes in the class timings?
At what time do you come back, Lasya?
Ma'am, maybe 4 like that, ma'am. 4:10 or something.
Then 5:30 is okay, I think, Lasya. Any other child has any other problem with
Ma'am?
the timings of the class?
Ma'am, I actually have a different class on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30.
Tuesday and Thursday, your class at 5:30.
Ma'am, is it possible to shift the class timings to 7:30 or 8?
It is not possible. Actually, the teachers are not free during that time, ma'am. This is the main problem. Any other person with
I don't-
5:30 timing problem?
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Get it?
Ma'am, while doctors do surgery, they give an injection, will fall asleep, right, ma'am?
Anesthesia, yeah.
Ma'am, why is that injection not good for our health, ma'am?
See, it has, so much of harmful chemicals. Like I think last time I told you about my story, right? My own story I told you. So during that operation time, what they did, they took that injection and they have inserted the backbone of like my backbone. And you won't believe, I was just sitting actually. I was sitting on that table, the kind of table it was. I think it is called a stretcher. So I was sitting there and I was looking at the doctor and they were asking me questions. Like they were just asking me the questions, and by I was answering until that they have inserted that big injection into my backbone and then into the spine. And then immediately when they did that, they just they just made me to lie down on the bed. And I was like, what happened? Within a fraction of a second, I was a lot of like, I was in pain. And within 10 minutes, it did everything. So it is because it has a high amount of chemicals into that. When it goes into our body, it shows the immediate reaction. And it depends upon your chemical, or it depends upon the injection also, what injection it is. Because some injections, some anesthesias are only for some time, like maybe like only 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and some are for the 15 hours also. So the injection which was given to me, it was just only for the half an hour. That for half an hour, I will be unconscious. Like I was not unconscious, I was subconscious. I was able to hear, they were talking with me. I was listening to them. I was answering something, I was blabbering with them. So that was actually given. So it is like because of those chemicals which are present there, medicines kind of thing.
That
Yeah.
works only for
Okay,
some
ma'am.
time, right, ma'am? Like only for few hours, we will be asleep.
Correct. And Actually, what happened after taking that injection, though I was subconscious for some half an hour, but after half an hour, immediately after half an hour, I started feeling so cold, so cold that in the in the summer season, I had to had the quilt actually. One quilt was not enough, two quilts, because these injection has a different roles actually. So
Ma'am, ma'am, the place where they're doing the operation or the surgery will become number, ma'am.
actually not numb, Gautam, but yeah, we can say that that place is so, and I think no one likes to go there. No one's like to go there, and injection, yes, definitely that makes you mum and numb also, mum also, everything, but you don't feel good actually at that place. And I had the experience. I think Gautam will not be knowing about that, Nayanika will not be knowing about that, but I think others know about it, right? Last class we had the conversation about my story. So
Yes, ma'am.
right, so that was the
Ma'am,
experience I had first time. Yeah.
ma'am, and like last week's Sunday test, ma'am. I was
Hmm.
not able to write one question and I was not able to understand how to do it. Can I get the answer of that?
Okay, just send me the question and Gagana, I'll write you. Okay, I'll just explain that.
Ma'am, like I'm not able to take the screenshot of it to send.
Question number, you have any idea which question it was?
Yes, ma'am. Maths test, fourth question.
Okay, I'll ask ma'am to clarify that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, children. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Any doubt if anyone has, can leave here. Tell me, Lasya. Shrestha, I will just look into your thing. Okay. Tuesday and Thursday.
Pranava
Let me
has
see if something can be done. Okay, Shrestha.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, Pranava has doubt.
Yeah, Pranav, tell me.
Ma'am, I heard that. Ma'am,
You.
I heard that high dose of anesthesia stops the communication.
Pranava, your voice is breaking for me, I guess.
Oh, it's breaking.
Okay, for you also it is breaking because for me it is breaking.
Ma'am, I heard.